Let's Chat.
You have no doubt seen and heard about the horrible water situation, the drinking water situation at Camp Lejeune in North Carolina. How does that affect us, and how can we help? We wanted to bring in a gentleman who is got more than firsthand knowledge of this. This is George Dean, who is a supporter of Senate Bill 907. First of all, Mr. Dean, thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Tell me, you were at Camp Lejeune for how long?
I was not. My father was.
Your father was at Camp Lejeune.
And he is deceased. He died of brain cancer from a rarer form of brain cancer called glioblastoma.
Right.
And I'm probably murdering the pronunciation of that.
That's okay. That's all right. Was this attributable to the situation pertaining to the water at Camp Lejeune?
Well, that's what the court cases are that are pending right now. With sample cases will prove for any disease that can be proven attributable to the water.
Right.
And so right now the court, which is the federal court district in North Carolina, comprised of 4 judges, has said that they're looking at 5 diseases per track.
Wow.
So there is an unlimited amount of tracks possible, because in order to, for everybody not to lose their mind.
Sure.
Because the massive number of claims is...
And those claims are in the millions.
Well, under $1 million, actually.
Are they under? I'd heard some, anyway, that's, I had heard higher numbers, but you're in a better position.
I have heard from an attorney that handles my father's estate claim that it is under $500,000.
All right, Senate Bill 907. Boil this down for us. What's the essential gist of Senate Bill 907?
Well, 907 will restore the right to a jury trial, because when the judges looked at the original master complaint from what's called the Plaintiffs' Leadership Group, they said, well, Congress didn't make this plain enough to guarantee everybody a right to a trial by jury.
Right.
So what we're going to do is we're going to do bench trials instead. But if you get a jury trial, then you have a better chance of soliciting the emotions of a jury.
Right.
And that's true in any case.
How is this going to help those who have been affected to it, in addition to the trial aspect?
Well, in addition to that, you'll have the chance to limit attorney fees. Speaking of the attorney that I was the firm that I worked with, to 20–25%, and some are much higher than that when you had to sign a contract.
Correct.
And so, and some were just, which I wouldn't have anything to do with personally, were just outrageous.
A lot of veterans seem to think, and I don't want to put words in your mouth if you're a veteran, but a lot of the ones that I've talked to and read about seem to think that the odds of them being compensated are kind of stacked against them. Do you agree with that?
Well, there is this tendency to have a kind of a PTSD type of feeling, that they feel like they shouldn't even have to go to and have a legal action in court.
Without doubt. Because
these people, some of them, I don't know the percentage, but a good many are already drawing VA benefits under the initial clause of the PACT Act, the initial framework.
Right.
And so the Camp Lejeune Justice Act is something that was tied on to this in order to make it all one nice, neat package to get through Congress eventually.
In your ideal world, what would the outcome of this be?
The outcome would be for the trials to be expanded beyond, which is another thing that this corrections bill addresses, to beyond the 4 judges that are assigned to in the North Carolina Federal District Court. And it would expand all the way into the 11th District Court in North Carolina, the amount of judges that would be seeing what's called the sample or bellwether cases. And the bellwether cases are chosen by both the plaintiff and the government's Department of Justice.
Right.
There is a misconception that each veteran and their interests are facing the Judge Advocate General's Court. And that's not true. You're facing the Department of Justice because the Department of Justice is defending Uncle Sam as such.
And speaking candidly, as one who's been a longtime supporter of military veterans and first responders in general, we owe it to those folks. They put their lives on the line for us. The least we can do is give them what they rightfully have earned. Mr. Dean, we got to leave it here. Thank you so much for joining us. And by the way, we appreciate your father's service. And this is also the father of our own Chris Dean, one of our great production techs here. We think a lot of him. Y'all did a good job. We got to run. Congress.gov. We're back with more after this.